All right, welcome back to another episode of the Agent Growth Podcast. My name is Jacob Shireman. I'm your host. I'm a marketing expert with over 18 years of experience. And on top of that, I'm a real estate agent just like you. And you've noticed we haven't been here for several months. We have been relocating from the Houston area all the way to Nashville, Tennessee area, actually residing in Murfreesboro. So now we are back at it, and I'm going to be documenting my journey, which is what this episode is all about. Starting over in real estate, what should you do first, and how would I do it? Because I'm actually going to be doing it. And if you would support our channel or my channel, I would love it. If you could go ahead and follow me, depending on what platform you're on, follow, subscribe, like, comment, do all those good things to help push out our content. We'd love to hear from you. So if you can support us, that would be great. And again, if you want to work with me, interact with me, I offer coaching. We have a full service marketing company that we can help you with. And on top of that, you can also partner with me at eXp Realty inside the Agent Wolfpack and get all of our courses, training, resources, coaching, all of that for free and no extra costs are split to you. And you can access all of that, learn more, even book a call with me on my website, jacobshireman.com, or look down in the description below. So let's dive into the content today. This is just a raw podcast with just me, no fancy editing. We are going to dive into the topic of how am I going to start over in real estate? I get a lot of real estate agents who reach out, whether that's to partner with us, or maybe they're needing some marketing help or coaching. And it's always the same story. I'm a brand new agent. I'm not sure where to start. It's overwhelming. Or I'm an agent who I'm just stuck because of the way the market is. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to get out there and compete with agents in my market. Or maybe I've met very highly skilled agents who've been in the business probably 20 plus years. They're doing more of the traditional methods of marketing, but things have changed with AI, SEO, all of those things. And how are they going to compete now? Still doing some things the traditional way, but how do we modernize that? And so we always get the same thing. What would I do? What would I do for their business? And that's what we're going to do today. So we're going to dive in. Like I said, I relocated. I got my license 4.5 years ago. So it'll be 5 years in January, 2026. And I got my license back in 2021, right in the hype of all of the COVID things. And, I got it in Texas. We lived in Houston. And now, because of my spouse relocating, we're now in the Nashville area. So like I said, Murfreesboro. So we're starting over. We don't really know anybody here. The only people we know north of Nashville, we're actually in South Nashville, is my grandparents, who are, my grandpa's in his, I think he's about to be 87. And so they're not really the demographic I'm going after. They know people, but it's not really a help to us. So we're essentially starting over, no friends here, nobody we know. And I'm going to be starting over. So my spouse took a job here. It was an offer we couldn't refuse. So we're selling our house, picked up, moved here. I've been here for a few months. And now I'm finally taking my real estate license exam for Tennessee, actually today. So in a few hours, I will be logging into my computer to take the online exam. Thank God I don't have to go to the testing center, and I will take my Tennessee state portion. So I'm gonna talk about how I did that, what that looks like. So if you're thinking about getting your license in another state, I will tell you how to do that as well. So we're restarting over. So what I'm gonna break down today is all the different areas, kind of more in a higher level point. We're not gonna dive in too deep into them because we'll be here all day, but I'm gonna break this up into a series so you can actually see what I'm doing. I'm gonna share exactly what I'm doing. No gatekeeping here. I'm going to share exactly what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, and how you can do it right along with me and see what works. My goal is, because of how our brokerage works, my cap restarts at the end of January. So my goal is to cap by the end of the year and then icon next year, which means I will be a top producer. Like an icon this year, that would be great. But with the months, that's probably not going to happen. So I want to set realistic goals here. I would love to, but my goal is just to cap this year in Tennessee and then move on from there. So I'm still going to keep my Texas license. Why? I have business there. We have our property there still. I have a real estate team there as well that we manage. So I want to keep that, and I don't want to lose that. I worked hard for that. That was a 180-hour course that we worked hard for. And so I don't want to lose that, especially with Texas. they're not a reciprocity state. So they don't like, from my knowledge, non-resident applicants applying there. So you need to have residency at the time of getting your license. After we move, we'll be okay to keep renewing our license. But there's no reciprocity in Texas. Thank God there is in Tennessee, because that makes getting that license so much easier. So how I did my licensing process is, before we actually moved, I reached out to, which is funny, is Texas Real Estate Commission is TREC, and now I'm in Tennessee Real Estate Commission, TREC as well. So TREC here in Tennessee, I reached out to them and filled out a non-resident application. And basically what they did was they had me send all of basically my profile of licensing to show all of the courses that I took, the continuing education, am I still in good standing, how many deals have I had, all of those things. We sent all of that over. They came back after reviewing it and what Texas requires, and says, hey, I no longer, they're waiving the requirements for the pre-licensing course, which for me would have been 60 hours. Here in Tennessee, it's 90 hours. It's 60 hours for your real estate license portion and 30 hours for a new agent. So if you're a brand new agent, you would have to take an additional 30 hours, but they waived those rights. And I only have to take the Tennessee state portion, which is about 40 questions. The national portion, I no longer have to take, thank God, and do all that math and memorize all that again. And so now today I'm going to go take my state portion, like I said, online. And I did that. So once I take the state portion, then I'll send in all my diploma, I have to go do my fingerprints, all of that stuff again, but easy peasy, get my license. And I even used ChatGPT to help me study, which I will explain in a later video. I even did a quick reel on it, so you can go watch that. But basically, I just uploaded each chapter. I downloaded and bought a few study guides, put those in there, and then had ChatGPT help me, because now it'll know what I struggle with and it can help me learn those concepts better. And it was great. I wish this was around when I first got my license. So thanks with the help of ChatGPT. I know I'm more than ready for my license test. I will tell you, I hate taking tests. I could tell you the answer right off the tip of my tongue. But when I see all 4 options, I know you're supposed to eliminate, but I can make each option fit sometimes. So I'm not a great test taker, but I know the material. But so pray for me on that. And so hopefully by next episode, I'll tell you that I am officially licensed. So let's say I passed my test today. What is my next step? So while I'm waiting for my fingerprints to go through, my background check to go through, for me to get onboarded at my brokerage, for that license to be active, and TREC, to say that I'm good to go, I'm going to work on my marketing. This is where you guys got to learn to collapse timeframes. While you're waiting for something or fretting about something, start taking action on something else. So the next step I'm going to do is prepare my marketing, right? I'm still starting over. I'm not using my brokerage provided CRM. They give us Bold Trail. You can also, through them, as a part of your monthly fee, you can get Lofty or Close, but I don't want to use that. I love HighLevel. If you know anything about me and my videos, I really market HighLevel, and it's just because I use it for all my businesses. If you don't know what HighLevel is, go watch one of those videos on my YouTube channel. Basically, it's an all-in-one CRM that you can customize, has all these different tools. You can cancel things like Hootsuite, Calendly, Bitly, all of these things, you can manage it in one place. So I'm going to go into HighLevel. I already have my snapshot. If you want my snapshot, it is for sale. I'll include everything on my website, jacobshireman.com. But I'm going to go in and I'm going to customize my CRM and use exactly a snapshot. One of the things I wanted to do in this series is to provide exactly what I'm doing so you can follow along and just copy me. I'm not gatekeeping. One of the things you will notice about my channel, I tell you everything you need to know. If you don't want to do it, we're more than happy to take your money and help you do it and get it done the right way. But I want you to be successful. So I'm not gatekeeping. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm doing step by step. My goal is that I have to rely very little, if not on any of paid platforms like Upnest or Referral Exchange or paid ads, okay? My goal is that I'm going to start with my strategy, and I've done videos on this, focusing on my YouTube channel and moving forward. So after I get my website done, I'm going to use exactly the templates that I have, all that I have in my real estate snapshot. I'm just going to keep it simple, easy. but I'm going to focus on having multiple ways to capture leads. You can have all of this online presence, but if you don't have a way to engage or capture leads, you are doing all of this for nothing. So our platform with our, what we're known for, our funnels, they're designed to capture leads no matter where they're at in the real estate journey. So I want to get that website up. Then the next thing I'm going to focus on in my marketing is my Google Business Profile. That, if you know anything about me, Google Business Profile is the number one easiest way to get your profile going. Now, if you have your profile suspended, I have some videos on how to help out with that, and we can even help you. But get your profile going. Go find my playlist. I have an entire video playlist on SEO and Google Business Profile. Go immerse yourself in those videos. They're free. And if you find that you don't want to do it that way, that you rather take our course, we have a paid course that you can go take, or we can even do it for you. But go get those free videos. It's not that hard. Go get your Google Business Profile going. So while that's managing and you're posting to that every day, then that's on autopilot for me. I can move to the next thing. If you can focus on one thing at a time, get it going, get it on autopilot, then move to another thing, okay? So that way it's not overwhelming, because I know in a few months, my phone will be ringing and I'll have leads, high quality leads that are coming in, because we all use Google Business Profile when we're in a new area or we don't know, because we want to read the reviews, look at the pictures, especially what pictures that the customers have posted, how the business is interacting, questions and answers, all of those things about the business are there. So I can do the same thing for real estate as well, and have a way to capture leads and redirect it and rank locally for that content. So I'm going to focus on that. Once I've nailed that down and got that on autopilot, which only take me about a day really to do, then I'm going to move on and focus 100% on my YouTube channel. So I'll be creating a new YouTube channel from scratch so you can see the progress. You guys have seen my city script video. If you haven't, go to my website. There's a city script video in one of the articles about coming up with unlimited content. And I know in this area, I can create 20, 30, 40 videos just off of that script. And it's a very well optimized script for YouTube, because if you know anything about YouTube right now, what you say matters number one out of everything, because they are taking what you are talking about if you have voice, and they're using that to help you rank. So I really want to focus on that, because my marketing strategy, like we do with all of our marketing clients, our monthly marketing clients, we have them record their videos, we edit the videos, then we take that full YouTube video after we upload it, we then upload it and have AI help us cut it up into shorter clips. And then now I have social media content that will refer back to that YouTube video. Then I'm also taking that YouTube transcript and I'm having ChatGPT convert that into a article for my blog. And then after I have that article for my blog, then I'm posting all of that article, the new video, linking it on my Google Business Profile as a post with the call to action, learn more, with that link to that article or that video. Then I'm also having ChatGPT cut it up into a Google Business Profile post, right? So then I've got content for everything. And all I'm doing is focusing on one thing, and then having AI and other things help me that I can schedule out and get my content done in little as 2 to 3 days. If you don't have a video editor, then you can hire one. If you have the budget, you can hire our company as well. We'll do everything for you. But I'm going to show you step by step as I'm doing things, the editing, the posting, all of those things. I'm going to break those down in a series. We're going to talk about how to get the license. We're going to talk about how to study for that license using ChatGPT. Then we're going to talk about setting up our CRM and website. Then we're going to move into our marketing plan and how we're going to get leads and how we're going to nurture leads as well. So we're really going to focus on building my online presence, creating new social medias for this. The only thing that I'm going to keep is my Jacob Shireman Instagram, but we'll create a new Facebook business page as well, and even a TikTok channel, and then obviously a new YouTube channel as well. So I'm going to document this journey for you and really show you step by step how to do it, because it's really not that hard. Yes, it's time consuming. What happens is with more of these organic strategies, people just get impatient. And I get it, right? I get it, because we're bleeding money. It's very expensive to get into real estate. So we don't have time to wait for things. But you also have to learn how to read your analytics, how to see is what you're doing working. You're not going to have the expectations you're going to go viral day one. And I hate to tell you, in real estate, you're probably not going to go viral unless you're selling some $1 million mansion and it looks like you're on MTV Cribs. You're not going to go viral. And it's okay to get 20 views, 50 views, 100 views, 200 views, especially when you're starting out, because it's not about the vanity numbers of the views. It's about getting in front of the right person. I rather have the algorithm put me in front of 50 people that will likely use my services instead of pushing me to 10,000 people that more than likely will never ever refer me or use my services as well. So think about those things. We want to get in front of the right people. Yes, I want to monetize on my channel, make a little money that way. But at the end of the day, I want real estate clients to grow my business. And I want to have so much business that I need to start referring it out or look for an agent in my area to partner with me. So if you're in the Nashville area or anywhere in the world that there's an EXP, you can always partner with me. Be happy to give you my leads. So that is our goal there, is to follow that journey and help you grow your real estate business, because I know a lot of agents are stuck today. And I feel like we're in a good place in the market where we're about to explode, especially with the Fed talking about they're going to drop interest rates in September, hopefully. And I've heard, I don't know if it's true, that they're possibly going to do it another 3 to 4 times this year. I really think we're going to see things come down, and that's great for us. Hopefully we have another little boom where things can sell and we have a great balance to market more than anything. So don't wait around, start making content. One of the things I want you guys to understand too, is that I had an agent say the other day, well, I'm going to wait till this point to start making these videos because that's when I'll be ready to take on people. Well, I hate to tell you, that time that you start, so let's say you're going to say, I'm going to start in November when things slow down. Okay. Well, great. Those videos are probably not going to have any traction probably till February, March, or April. Yes, you can get leads in the beginning, but if you want to really grow organically, sometimes it can take 3 to 6 months. And that's if you're kind of doing things the newer way. I have a whole video on my YouTube channel about SEO is it dead, but we got to really start thinking about AI is here. How is it getting information? How is it presenting it? How can we utilize that for our benefit? How can we use AI to get more clients? I have AI referring my marketing company above others when they ask, who should I use for real estate marketing? Same thing will happen with your clients. Who should I use? Who's the best realtor to use for this or to buy a new construction home in Murfreesboro, Tennessee? And hopefully your name or my name comes up. So think about that. So you need to get started. That way you have the mindset, it's going to be 3 to 6 months before I see leads come in. And it might be even longer before you get that deal, which leads me to another topic that we're going to talk about in this series is how do you go from part-time agent to full-time? Or maybe you're a full-time agent that's struggling and you're about to quit the business. Go get a job. Don't listen to these other freaking agents that say that you have to be full-time to do this business. Because I will tell you right now, I have met full-time agents and they do jack crap. Now, I'm not talking about all full-time agents, but a lot of these people, it's not a full-time job. I promise you. I did it part-time while running a company, multiple companies, and we did just fine. We balanced it. It's all about using the resources that you have. And a lot of these agents who stay full-time, they have no money to advertise. They have no money to go get resources or get themselves help. And guess what? They're the ones struggling. But what I find out is I have 60 agents right now in our group, and a majority of them are part-time. And what I have noticed with part-time agents, they work 10 times harder. Yeah, they might not have the availability, but that makes them look like they're a busy agent. And on top of that, they understand their schedule better, that they have a limited amount of time to do this business and they're going to do it. And there's resources that you can do to get phone calls answered and have people nurture leads for you that can be around $90 a week. I've utilized resources like that, and you can too. I'd rather see an agent go from full-time to part-time, build up their business, pay their bills, not stress, and then when they actually have amount of resources and savings, do that. I've had new agents come in, no time available to talk to agents. Guess what they do? They get the lead in because they're making content. They're building their presence, which is more important than anything, getting a solid foundation. Every lead that comes in, they refer it for 30, 35% referral fee. And guess what? They're making money. They're stashing that money away so they can go full time. And then they're not starting from ground zero with an online presence. So where there's a will, there's a way. And if you want strategies like that, reach out to me. I'm going to do a full video episode on that. But just because you're part-time doesn't mean you're any less of an agent or you can do less of business. There's always a way to do it. So I'm going to be documenting my journey. I hope this video was helpful, but we're going to break down all of these things because I really want to show you step by step how I'm going to rebuild my real estate business. And I'm even going to use some things like Upnest. I'm going to use some things like Referral Exchange. I'm going to show you some tools and we're going to test them out together to see if they're even really great, because that could be my transitional period while I'm waiting for, leads to come in organically. I can kind of substitute paid ads in the meantime and then scale them back. It's always great to have a diversified business. You don't have to feel guilty because you did yours all by cold calling, all by paid leads, because you'll see agents go, I did it all for free. Well, good for you. Okay. But at the end of the day, it's about what's your profit? What are you bringing in? Who are the clients that are in front of you? Are they easy to nurture? So there's other factors between whether it's a paid lead or an organic lead. Obviously, we want organic. They're higher quality. They're better leads. They've already made up their mind. You really don't have to sell them on going with you. They've already decided that. So again, hope this video helped. Go ahead and follow us, subscribe to this channel, give this video audio a like, comment, let me know what you would love to hear. But next week I will be talking about more of the licensing stage, kind of how I'm going to start building. And then weeks after that, we'll break down each strategy on how I'm going to do it so you can follow along and do the exact same game plan. So thanks for tuning in to the Agent Growth Podcast, and I'll see you guys later.